Hello, everybody, and welcome to NGW High Voltage. I am the camera guy, and here with me is the loudest mouth at the commentary table, the Guido.
Hey, camera guy, how are we doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you doing this week, Guido?
Utterly delightful. Of course, busy as ever. Also, I believe we should be giving a shout out to I know we're voting on our year-end awards, but I believe one has been
Yes, we
awarded.
are.
I believe one has been awarded. Am I correct in that?
You are correct, and I know it's already been announced, but I'm still going to do my favorite thing. As decided by the New Genesis Wrestling fans, our 2025 Women's Wrestler of the Year is Nyx.
Once again, Nyx had an incredible year in New Genesis Wrestling. A big congratulations to her, and looking forward to seeing what she is going to be up to in 2026. I mean, now that the women's division is incredibly established, there's a lot of competition for Woman of the Year. I mean, you had, of course, our champion Lexi Green, Shaza McKenzie, Cassandra Golden, but for Nyx to win, I'm not gonna lie. She should feel incredibly honored, and again, congratulations from all of us here at New Genesis Wrestling.
Yeah, NGW right now has an absolutely stacked women's division, and we've got Claire Castleton saying well deserved. We got the infamous Dardar saying congratulations, Nyx. And, as you said, we have our voting is currently underway right now to decide the 2025 Men's Wrestler of the Year for NGW.
I mean, that also is a stacked field. I mean, we have, of course, the person who held the heavyweight title for the longest time, Playboy Double H. We have Ricky Cruz. We have Dexter Roswell. We have the shooter, Jerry Morgan. We have that other guy.
The other guy.
Remember what his name was. Former Lightning Division champion. You weren't supposed to say it. You were just supposed to let it go on and on and on, because you know what's going to happen if we say his name too long.
If we get up to 3, we know what happens there, Guido.
Yeah, the lights go out. I can't find my soda. It's.
But right now, Jerry Morgan has a commanding lead in the votes.
Which honestly, I think that's incredible. Because I know he didn't have a whole lot of time to impress the NGW faithful, but he made the best of every moment of ring time.
Yeah, Jerry Morgan, kind of a little bit of a breakout star at NGW this last year. Have you voted yet, Guido?
I have not. I mean, I don't know who I'm going to vote for, but I think everyone knows who I won't be voting for.
Oh, who's that?
I'm sorry, I'm not writing you in for this one. I apologize, man. It's.
Let's see. I'm trying to check to see about when the voting is going to be ending. I believe it was open for 2 days, and we're a day down. So I believe you have one more day to just get your vote cast on the NGW Facebook page.
Yep. I mean, people are torn. It was like I said. I mean, in all honesty, all these guys had an incredible year.
Yeah, it was an absolutely wonderful year at New Genesis Wrestling. And, our next show will be coming up in January, on January 17th. No official announcements on the name have been made yet. So don't believe, certain posts that's been floating around there on Facebook, put out by a certain individual making some, shall we call them, fan flyers.
Hey, look, I appreciate the fans. I love them. I love them to death.
All right, but there is a rather exciting show happening this weekend, though. And it's going to be my first time actually being able to be there. That's going to be Midwest Throwdown Total Obliteration in Chester, Illinois on Saturday the 15th.
Yeah, see a couple familiar faces to myself on that poster. We got Bax in there. We got Slammer. Always good to see Slammer.
Yeah. Farmer Billy Hills is current champion. But you know what? There's another person who's going to be at that show, and he's actually our guest tonight. And that is going to be Payton Ayers. A little bit of information. He was trained by Heath Hatton, graduate of the 2022 Stride Pro Wrestling class, 5 years pro wrestler. He was the Stride Heavyweight Champion, the current AIWF Midwest Champion. He's been featured on Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Mid-South, Midwest Throwdown Professional Wrestling, and many more. I myself have seen him at Ignite Pro Wrestling. He guest starred as D'Lo Brown on NBC's The Young Rock. And a little bit of fun fact is he is a state qualifying tuba player of 2015.
Wow.
In a short 5 years, that's quite the list of accomplishments.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's it's amazing what a lot of these guys are able to do in such a short time. And to hear this is wow. Plus a state qualifying tuba player. I didn't know you could do that.
Tubas are not easy instruments to play, and they are very heavy.
Yes, they are. I could.
Please say we go ahead and bring our guest on, Guido.
All righty.
All right. Everybody, please welcome Payton Ayers. Put you in the position of honor.
Hey, how you doing
this evening?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing great. Kind of tired.
Yeah,
I could see the D'Lo. I could see where they cast you for D'Lo. I mean, we'll probably get to that a bit further down the line. But
no, I want to get to it now, Guido. How did that happen?
I knew the right people and was at the right place at the right time. It was they were doing a casting over in Memphis, and they were looking for just professional wrestlers of the local area. And at the time, Greg Anthony, the Golden Boy, he was cast in as Dick Murdoch, and they were looking for someone to play D'Lo Brown, and he just happened to hit me up and had me send in all my information, and they liked what they saw, and they brought me in.
The sign "Will D'Lo for food" didn't hurt, did it?
It did not hurt at all. In fact, it enhanced it. So,
what was that experience like?
Man, it was, incredible for one thing. It's a totally different experience as, being on a television set rather than like in a wrestling ring. For one thing, they had a big audience there to kind of fill in as live crowd, a bunch of extras and everything. But, a lot different from just professional wrestling. Like everything's done in different takes, so it's not all happening right there, right in the moment. It's not live. Like guy rehearses all of his lines for a show. I go out to a wrestling ring and I just whoop everybody. No time, no double takes. It's happening.
Now, was this filmed? Was it filmed in Memphis, or did they send you out to LA? Because I know they use the Olympic Auditorium in LA a lot for filming like wrestling, boxing, things like that.
Yeah, they filmed all in Memphis. They filmed in different parts of not only Memphis but in South Haven. They filmed a lot of it in the FedEx Forum, doing like a lot of like the arena shots and making it feel like the 90s Attitude Era WWE. But yeah, it was a wild experience.
Was there anything that you learned as a part of that you kind of brought into your wrestling career?
Uh, a lot of it that I learned from there and to bring into wrestling is just go for it. Really, like if there's something that you just want to do and just want to, I guess, just try out. Like anything, like there's no stupid ideas. Like when we do wrestling, it's all in the moment. You have to feel everything, and you can't really take it back once you start doing it. But even then, you never know what's going to stick until you just get out there and do it. So it's just a lot of improv and just working with what you have in the moment, what the crowd is giving you, what your partner is giving you. Like, just gotta try things. Yeah, a lot of that, and just working with Chavo and just hearing his thoughts on like how he breaks down uh, wrestling and how to communicate that with a television show to like the microscopic level was really awesome. Just sit and listen on a legend in the business.
We have a question for you from the infamous Dardar saying, I've never seen you before, but I bet you are a great wrestler. That he is. But I'm wondering what got you into wrestling?
Really just watching it for so long. I mean, I first started watching wrestling when I was about 12 years old, and both me and my brothers started watching just Monday Night Raw from really my uncle asked us, hey, you want to watch Raw one night? And I didn't know what it was, what wrestling was. And the very first episode of Raw we watched, it was oh man, it was during the special guest general manager episodes of Raw. And it was I can't remember who the general manager was, but I remember it was John Cena just throwing a bunch of people out. Like Chavo was there, Vicky Guerrero was there, and all I think is just this is insane, and I love it. And just consistently watching from there and just developing a love for it. And yeah, and here I am today, just worked up the nerve to start going to my own local shows with CCW. The very first show that I went to, it was 2017. It was Matt Hardy versus Brandon Barbwire in the main event. And I went there with my best friend and we just loved it and kept going. And funny enough, another person that we know of that will also be on Total Obliteration for Midwest Throwdown Professional Wrestling this Saturday, Billy Hills was on the show with tag team, working the tag team tournament. So yeah, I've known of Billy Hills for a very long time. Yeah,
I was just I just became aware of Billy Hills after Ignite Pro Wrestling started. He's the commissioner in Ignite. You know that. You've been at Ignite.
Yep. Yeah, he's been around for quite a long time. He's been with Ignite. He's been with CCW. He's been with Stride Pro Wrestling. In fact, he was the same person that took the Stride Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship off of me not too very long ago.
Oh.
Yeah. So in fact, I've not gotten my rematch for that. I'd love to get that. Just putting that out there in the universe.
Yeah, Billy Hills is a great top tier performer.
Yep.
I've only had the pleasure of seeing him in one match so far.
Well, might have a chance to watch him this Saturday too.
Oh yeah,
might be in action.
Look forward to it.
If he's not in action, I'm sure he's going to be around trying to weasel his way and throw his weight around. Not been the nicest person these days.
Well, you know what they say about absolute power.
Corrupts absolutely. Yeah.
So going back to the TV and that, it's because one of the things that has amazed me is like how influential the Guerreros have been in like television. I don't know if you ever heard of Globe, but Chavo's uncle Mondo trained everybody for that. And of course, Chavo was also featured on the Netflix series. Is there anyone else in wrestling has inspired you?
Lots. I mean, so like one of the first people that I was just kind of drawn to from the beginning was Mark Henry. Back then, he was doing a lot of tag team work with MVP, but I just loved everything he did. I loved the character, and then moving that into the Hall of Pain gimmick. I fell in love with the character and just loved everything he did. I mean, besides him, I really drew a lot of inspiration from Samoa Joe, watching him in TNA and going back and watching tapes from that. And just, I loved his attitude and just how real he made it feel. Like anytime he would step into the ring, I felt like he was gonna go out there and kill somebody. I believed him every word he said.
Man, you know how to pick them, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hey, Mark, I remember Mark Henry from back in the day when his thing was, and I feel it's absolutely legitimate, the world's strongest man.
Absolutely.
He bent, Guido, you're going to have to help me out here, keep me from lying. I think it was a frying pan he bent with his bare hands.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the frying pan, not necessarily, because I saw some dude that literally just got up off his couch do that too. So, but pulling a semi truck and he did not get to where, I mean, don't get me wrong, Mark Henry did not get to where he was sitting on the couch eating Cheetos. But also Samoa Joe, a guy. These are these are guys that are actually who are really good at ring psychology. To have people like that as people you look up to and look to emulate in professional wrestling, I'd say a darn good choice, sir.
Yeah, go out there and hurt people. That's their MO, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, we have Herb Simmons in the chat saying, "Good evening, gentlemen."
Hey.
Good evening, Herb.
How you doing, Herb?
Herb runs SICW, and you work there. And Herb actually is one of the first members into the Independent St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Hey, just went in there not too long ago, actually.
Hey.
He's just one of the greatest people in the world. He gave me just the opportunity to come in back around 2021 and just kept bringing him in. He likes what I do, and I like what they do up there. I like what I do up there. So yeah, a lot of good business.
We have Dardar with the question for you. What is one of your favorite matches to wrestle? Between ladder, TLC, tag team, any type of match. What's your favorite kind of match to work?
Anyone I can just inflict the most pain with, man. TLC's cool. I like a good ladder match. I say just a good old fashioned no holds barred, just no referees get in the way. We just go at it, just beating each other down. Better man wins at the end. That's the way to go. That's what I like.
Have you been able to work like a cage match or any other type of match like
that? I've worked cage matches. I worked, let's see, in CCW. This would be back in 2022. I worked a cage match with Trent Daniels at the Super Show. And yeah,
Simmons saying Devastation Incorporated muscle Payton.
Absolutely. Devastation Incorporated. Just cross our paths, you're gonna be feeling it in the next morning, if not longer.
So
try getting our way, put you down.
In the matches that I've been able to see you work in, you tend to work a big man style because you are a very tall, very muscular man.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so it was you and Dalton Anthony, if I remember correctly, at Ignite. And you did a chokeslam on him and popped a board up in the ring?
Yes, I do remember this. That was a lot more impact than I thought it was gonna have.
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah, I feel
That
like
just goes to show the power you have.
yeah, I feel like anytime me and Dalton Anthony have clashed, something has gotten broken around the ringside area. There was another time I came to run at him like at the barricade, and he weaseled himself out of the way, and I ended up breaking the barricade going through it.
Oh, or
So,
say a monster.
yeah, I gotta be.
Claire Castle saying nothing like breaking the ring in the first few matches of a show.
Yeah. They said tear the house down. I took it literally.
Yeah. But have you been able, you work the large big man power style. Have you also been able to utilize like a quicker, more athletic style as well?
Here and there, it's a very situational thing. A lot of the times, just being the bigger, stronger guy, it works out for me. I don't necessarily have to be faster than them, but there are some opponents that are just bigger than me. I gotta be faster. I gotta be the one light on my feet in order to move around them and get to working on them. Yeah, most of the time it's just being a powerhouse and wailing away on them,
Okay, so do you feel like you're physically where you need to be as far as your wrestling style, your body and everything involved there? Do you feel like you're at your peak where you need to be, or do you still feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done?
That's the thing is, I think I'm at my peak, and then I just find another level. So I'd say I always go into every match thinking that I'm just going to be at my top of my game, and then keep working hard, and I end up finding a new level. So yeah, I gotta approach every match with just absolute confidence.
We have another question for you from Infamous Dardar. It's a two-part question. First, what is your favorite move that you do? And second, who would you want to face in the future?
Favorite move that I do? I love hitting my black hole slam. My finish I've done in Ignite in Midwest Throwdown. Yeah, I love hitting that move. I also love just giving the tribute to Mark Henry with the World's Strongest Slam. But in terms of who would I want to face in the future, like I said earlier, I want to get my rematch with Billy Hills anytime I can. But really, just anyone. If anyone wants to run the ones with me, come on.
Step up. Saying that your opponents don't want you any bigger.
That's too bad, Herb. I'm gonna get bigger. I'm gonna find another level every time.
Yeah, that's specifically like a them problem.
Mm-hmm. It's a skill issue, if you will.
So Dardar asks, what your favorite move to do is. One question I always like to follow that up with: what is your least favorite move to be on the receiving end of?
I tell you what, I've taken a lot of clotheslines in my day, but I never like being on the receiving end of a big Texan clothesline lariat. It's one of the gnarliest ones ever to take, and my neck's stiff every single next morning. It's rough.
Yeah. I know Big Texan really puts a lot behind that lariat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we don't talk about the local scene. We could expand it. I guess we could expand it even further. Let's say time's not an issue. Let's say time's not an issue. Region's not an issue. Who would be a dream opponent of yours? And if there's multiple ones, who would they be?
Time's not an issue. Tell you what, it's two people. If time was not an issue, I would love to be in the ring with probably Bam Bam Bigelow. That's just from studying wrestling and studying like just how to work in a ring. Bam Bam is one that I always go back to and just watch just how he moves. insane. And then one that's like just a personal one for me, and just, if it happens, I would love it. Keith Lee is one that I would love to get into the ring and just tear it up with, man. Watching him back in NXT and just going back and studying his tape from even further back. Like, the man was always just insane. I would love to just get in there and just, work and study, learn. Yeah, that'd be the one. Those would be the ones.
Those are excellent choices. I mean, and Bam Bam Bigelow, one of the lightest working big men ever in history, and Keith Lee, just how his ability to just be able to encapsulate the crowd with simply a look, and also being one of those light working big men, but but sacrificing none of the power.
He's a beast, absolute monster.
Absolutely.
And you talk about like guys with a lot of athletic ability. Bam Bam and Keith Lee both, they were powerhouses, but they also just brought a lot of their just agility through with their wrestling. You see Keith Lee hitting sentons and topes all the way outside, and just really showing how athletic he was and how much of a beast he was.
And also, just he was like such a genuine, nice guy.
And Dardar wondering if you ever got asked by the owner of NGW to come out and wrestle for them, would you?
I'm open to any opportunity. I am looking to just work as much as I can and be out in the wrestling world and entertain wherever I can, wherever is most opportune for me. So yeah, I'm open to anything.
So you're trained by Heath Hatton, and you graduated out of Stride. Mm-hmm. I know of a couple other guys who graduated out of Stride. So when you were ready in Stride to have your first match, who was your first match against?
So my first match was against David Lee Walker. He is I believe he's still around working with No Fold Pro Wrestling. Yeah, he was my first match, and just nerves going into it. I didn't know how I needed to be in the ring. I didn't know what to expect from the crowd. But yeah, we just got there and just tore it up. Yeah, it was about 5 minutes, and the crowd was just into it. And yeah, it just I remember it just as a rush, because I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember that it did happen. It was just like a blur of the moment. Like, I wasn't really thinking too much, and also like all at the same time. So yeah, it was David Lee Walker was my first match.
And the thing that I think that I've heard from almost everybody about their first match is right before you go out that curtain, you have to pee.
Yeah, I mean, that's every match with me. Come on. That's just by trying to work the nerves out or something. I don't know.
I can understand that, because sometimes having that sense of urgency helps. I plead guilty to that as well. So it's but let's see here. Do you mind if I read this question from Darby?
Go for it, Guido.
Okay. What goes through your head when you're ready to come out through that curtain?
So when I go through the curtain, the only thing like in my mind is just stop thinking, just let myself do what I know I can do. I get into that ring. I don't want to think too much about what my partner or what my opponent's going to do. I just know that what I can do, I know how to put the match away. I just gotta find the right moment for it.
Okay,
I know
so
how,
as
yeah,
forgive me.
yeah, good.
So is it? Do you have that game plan? You know, you studied the tape. You know what to do in this situation, and that's what you do, or is it more instinctual when you're out there?
A little bit of both. Like I have a game plan. I kind of know like what to do when I go out there, but they say everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face, and
I was just about
I've
to say
been
that.
punched in the face, 10, 100 times. Like I've had so many matches where something has just gone wrong. I've had to change up my plan,
I have
change up
never
my
seen that.
approach to attack.
Yeah, I've never seen that on anybody's flow chart. I got punched in the face. Now what do I do? I've yet to see that on anybody's.
Yeah. If I get punched in the face, punch him back. That's the next step. Yeah. Gotta.
So this Saturday you're going to be at a Midwest Throwdown, and it's going to be my first time there. I'm really excited to go there and do photography and that. But
That's so great. It's a lot of fun.
I'm going to ask you to help me out here because there are some people on the card who I know, but there are others that I haven't had the pleasure of seeing in action yet.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you about a couple of them. See what you can tell us about them. Is that all right?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's start out with the Morningstar Backs, and Guido. It seemed like you were familiar with him as well.
I did have the pleasure of calling one of his matches when he came to Illinois Elite Wrestling. Great guy, very egotistical, and to be honest, with the way he looks, I don't blame him for that. But how would you describe him?
Loudmouth. No, Bax is this guy. He runs around a lot with Billy Hills. He ended up sticking his nose in my business in our last match, me and Billy, and I didn't appreciate that. I had to kind of had to step over to him, show him who's boss, and rough him up a little bit. But if you're around me, you're not safe. But Bax, he likes to run his mouth. He loves to just kind of be the center of attention, and I get it. But I can't have that around me. I gotta put you away. Gotta get you out of here.
Well, I understand that wholeheartedly. And we also have Big Lance going up against Joey Vanetti.
Joey Vanetti, I am very familiar with. He is a up-and-coming talent, super athletic, just full of just confidence and ready to just take the world by storm. He is someone he's going to come into this. This is going to be his first match, I do believe, for Midwest Throwdown. And yeah, I can only expect great things from out of him, but he's going to have a pretty big obstacle to get through a Big Lance. I hear he's almost 7 foot tall. Is that right?
That's what was listed there. I think that's what it said right there on the flyer. Yeah,
the almost 7 foot tall Big Lance, man.
Okay, now I feel like he's just slacking. He's almost 7 foot tall.
Yeah. Grow a couple
Need to
inches,
drink
man.
2 more cups of milk as a child. Is that what you're saying, Guido?
Yeah, or maybe find an inversion table. Maybe decompress your spine enough.
Get some heels, man.
Yeah, I feel like there's. I don't know why, but when someone says they're almost something, I feel like that's. And why aren't you that? Why are you almost that? I mean, you're not almost the camera guy. I'm not almost a commentator extraordinaire. Payton here is not almost a great professional wrestler with only a few years in the business. Like I said, we say almost. Like I said, quit slacking.
Tell you what, Will, why don't you go to the show and tell him that to his face?
I would, but I am otherwise engaged.
Do you think that'd be a good idea for him to do, Payton?
I'd say it's a great idea, Put your money where your mouth is. Like, show him who's boss.
Look, it won't be the first time I've been punched in the face. It probably won't be the last.
And Claire Castle saying, I don't think it really matters when you get lifted and dropped from someone that is 7 feet tall. Those inches aren't going to matter.
Yeah. You get dropped by somebody. You get dropped by somebody who's 6'10" against somebody who's 7 foot. Yeah. You're right. It really doesn't matter at that point. This isn't football. It isn't a game of inches.
And a couple of gentlemen who I am familiar with would be the Boys, and they're going to be facing Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Man, I've been able to share the ring with both Baracus and Big Munch of Mass Effect. As a tag team, they are a force to be reckoned with. They're two guys that have been around for as long as me, if not longer, in Baracus. And yeah, like they just tear it up every time they go out there. And the Boys, I haven't been around them for very long, but I have heard that they've been really doing a lot of big things as a tag team over in Illinois.
Yeah. They really have. I mean, they've been stepping their game up, at IWA, at Ignite, at NoFull. We had them in NGW once. I mean, they're just a force to be reckoned with right now.
Yeah, that's a match that is going to be quite the show. Like I'd say, man, all four of those guys are gonna tear it up, tear each other apart. I'm here for it. I'm ready to see it.
And another gentleman who I'm familiar with be toxic masculinity himself, Axe Allward.
Every time I'm around Axe, I question my own masculinity. It's insane. Like that is a man. He everywhere he goes, he finds out that there's young people around. He goes the extra mile to just put them in their place and show them, like, yeah, you ain't no man. You ain't no Axe Allward. Like he is going to make your life a living hell if he can. Yeah, and that's a guy
very intimidating.
Like anytime he comes around, he is going to cause problems.
Yeah. And somebody I'm not familiar with would be Trent Daniels.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I talked about him earlier. We had a cage match, but that's coming off just an absolute war that we had with each other in the CCW days. Trent Daniels is a great talent, but he kind of has the backs problem of he runs his mouth. He really gives a hard time to a lot of the fans and just makes them just angry, really. And like he makes guys like me, his opponents, just even angrier. Like the man is very talented, but you give him a way to weasel out or hide behind anything, he's gonna take it. He's very opportunistic. The man is frustrating, to say the least.
And then another couple gentlemen I'm familiar with, the STL connection, Andrew Wilder and Jonathan Zulu, are going to be facing the Bloody Order, Blade Dexter and Logan Ridge.
The Bloody Order, man. Anytime they come around, I am completely unsettled. I've crossed paths with Dexter many a times before. Just unsettling is hardly the word for it. Just if I get to as close to fear as I feel like I can without just having to react and going into full on fight or flight mode. Like these are two guys that they are a threat just from being around, feeling their presence. So yeah, I think the STL connection is going to have a very strong, have a strong task against them. They've got to put those feelings of fear in the back of their minds if they're going to come out on top.
And they are kind of coming into this strong. Just this last weekend, they became the MMWA Tag Team Champions.
All right, yeah. think they might. I think they have a strong chance against them. But yeah, just fair warning, dealing with the Bloody Order, they like to play games, a lot of mind games, and you gotta have one eye on one guy over here, the other guy in the corner. Otherwise, they're gonna take that and go to town.
Speaking of MMWA, another gentleman who I'm familiar with from MMWA, Slammer.
It's the Slammer, man. I mean, what else is there to say? Like, the man, he's just a man of the people.
He is.
Like,
I know you've seen him hit that big boot on somebody.
Oh yeah, I've been on the receiving end of a big boot before.
Oh, you have? Oh,
yeah. He's deceptively strong, and is just so charismatic and so just full of energy too. Like, he's just hard to find the words for him, really.
I mean, does anything else really need to be said? It's Slammer.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't many people who can just get away with going by one name, but he's one of them.
Yep. I mean, what you see is what you get. What you hear is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get slammed.
Yeah.
By a Slammer.
But it sounds like we're in for quite a show on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah, it's all those guys appearing. Like, it's going to be just a great show. Fans are gonna, I think, just eat up everything that they're given. They're gonna love a lot of guys. They're gonna hate a lot of guys. All together, it's gonna come together real nice. So yeah, guys, if you have the time, this Saturday, Midwest Throwdown Professional Wrestling, come check us out. We're in Chester, Illinois. Doors open at, I believe, 6 o'clock. Gotta get fact check.
Doors open at 5.
5 o'clock.
Let's bring up. Yep.
Yes, there we go.
And let's see. Yep. Doors open at 5. Bell time is 6. Front row $18. General admission $10.
Yeah.
And normally, Midwest usually works on the Missouri side, correct?
Yeah, they've worked over in Perryville a couple of times now, and now they're going to be taking it over to Chester across the bridge.
I haven't been able to make it there before this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't know. But also, reading from the Facebook page here, let's see here, that there's a family bundle. If you buy 3 front row tickets, you get 1 free. If I'm reading this right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Family Throwdown package, front row deal, tag team special, general admission, buy one, get one. Don't come alone. Grab a friend and double the fun. Buy one general admission, get 1 free.
Heck of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to pass that up.
Very hard.
So, yeah, if you can, make sure you get down to Chester this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Come be a part of the action.
Oh, I'm going to be there right next to the ring. So.
Yeah. You're going to get front row seat. Better than front row.
He's going to be so close you can smell the pain.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so close I can get kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Don't try to get kicked in the face.
He doesn't try.
It just happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm keeping a checklist of people who've kicked me in the face. Oh, we got Ben Cavini in the chat. He usually joins us a lot sooner than this, but he's late tonight, and we're doing great, Benny.
Doing very good. Thanks for being here, Benny.
I hope Benny will be able to make it down. But I also, have been wondering, you've worked in a bunch of promotions around the area. Is there other places that you've got your eyes set on maybe being able to step through their curtain?
I've got a few places in mind. I'm looking at a few places even further into the Indiana area, potentially places over in New Jersey, in Maryland. Yeah, I'm trying to get out there,
Are you just trying to make it so you can travel all over the country?
Yeah, like that's the fun of it, While I'm still young and still got a working car, go wherever I can.
Exactly.
Put the miles on. Spread some.
Has there been anybody in particular that you feel like you've learned the most from in the business so far?
I mean, we talk about, I was trained by Heath Hatton, so I've learned just a lot from Heath Hatton, but also just a lot of different guys. Like, along with Heath Hatton with Stride, I was also trained by Jay Spade and Roger Mathis, both guys who have local guys. They train a lot of other guys. And in terms of just learning from all the different people, another person would probably be Attila Khan up in SICW, also part of the Devastation Incorporated faction. And just that's a man that if you want to learn how to inflict as much pain as you can on someone, that's your guy.
Well, totally.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of seeing him in action a few times. That's one of those gentlemen that's like, yeah, I don't feel like crossing him is any sort of a good idea.
I think it sounds like a fun idea.
Well, you're a trained professional. I'm just the camera guy. So.
But think of the camera shots.
I've seen what camera shots from inside the ring look like when I'm inside the ring.
Yeah, especially when you're getting a fireball thrown at you.
Yeah.
So, speaking of being professionally trained, we do have a segment on the show. One of my favorite segment that we like to call Shock Therapy. Now, for anybody new here, the way that Shock Therapy works is we're going to ask our guest a series of 3 multiple choice questions. If they get 2 out of the 3 questions right, then they win a prize, which is a signed poster for the next NGW show. And tonight, Payton, you're actually going to be playing for the infamous Dardar.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, you just have to get 2 out of the 3 questions right. And, we like to try to tailor our questions to our guest as much as possible. And as we learned in your fun fact, you're quite the tuba player.
I am. All throughout high school and college,
Yeah, we figured it'd be best to ask you probably about questions about tubas.
All right.
All right.
How much I retained.
I hope it's everything. Do you still play at all?
I have not picked up in a good while, and I need to. Oh. It's just good for the brain.
All right, but are you ready for your questions?
Let's do this. I'm ready to see.
All right. Your first question. Why were tubas stolen during the Southern California tuba theft spree of 2012 to 2013? Was it A, the rise in popularity of banda music created a need for many tubas? B, because the thieves were building a brass-powered time machine? C, a group of band kids wanted to hold the world's loudest sleepover? Or D, a black market existed for melted tuba brass bath bombs?
Man, that's a lot of hard-hitting question. Oh, man. As believable as the black market answer is, I do believe it is the rise in popularity and just tubas just being needed. But I'm willing to be wrong too.
Hey, the rise in popularity of banda music, and Oh, come on, technology. There we go. You are
Right.
correct. And band music is like mariachi mixed with brass instruments.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's
Really cool to listen to.
yeah. Like if you ever been to New Orleans and seen New Orleans marching bands, those are some of just the best. Not only tuba,
Yeah.
but all brass. Just very, very good performers.
Although I can also see people stealing tubas to build a brass powered time machine, though.
I mean, I would.
If you could get away with it. All right, so 1 down, 2 to go. Are you ready for your next question?
Let's do it.
Second question. What material were the very first sousaphones made out of? Was it A, wallpaper paste and sheer determination, B, reinforced spaghetti, C, wood, or D, old banjos that were glued together by angry musicians?
No, I have seen stories of the reinforced spaghetti sousaphone, but I don't think it was the first one. I think it was actually the wood.
You're going with C, wood.
Mhm.
And you are correct.
Yeah, I think modern ones are made from fiberglass, correct?
Some fiberglass, a lot of them, brass is the main one that they're all made of.
The interesting thing is, when people think of wood instruments, they'll think of the classical woodwinds, the oboe, the clarinet, or, even the flute was originally a woodwind. I don't think anybody would think of these sousaphones, tubas being made out of wood, though.
Yeah, not originally, but it's what they were.
Yeah. All right, but you got 2 out of 3 right, so you did win that signed poster for Dardar. Congratulations to Dardar. But we still do have one more question in the chamber. Want to see if you can go 3 for 3?
Let's try it. Let's do it.
Oh, all right. Your
3
third
for 3.
question. Why do elephants respond so strongly to tuba sounds? Is it A, they think it's the world's largest peanut dispenser? B, tubas produce low-frequency vibrations similar to elephant communication? C, the tuba reminds them of rival elephants singing karaoke? Or D, elephants have a long-standing musical feud with trumpets and choose sides?
I did meet an angry elephant or two in my trips to the zoo before. But I wasn't wearing a tuba, so it might be. I think it might be B. I think it might be just a way to communicate, and I didn't have a tuba to communicate at the time.
All right, going with B. Tubas produce low-frequency vibrations similar to elephant communication, and you are correct. Which it's really interesting because I think it's the San Diego group that will actually play tubas for the elephants when they get agitated, and it helps calm them down.
That's cool.
It is.
It's very cool.
Although I really, really want to know if an elephant would get mad at another elephant singing karaoke.
Only if they stole their song.
Or their peanuts.
You have no idea of how many elephants like doing Pink Elephants on Parade at karaoke. You have no idea.
What's interesting is when we were doing the research for the questions, something that was really fascinating to me is even before like the zoos and that started using tubas to help calm elephants, in artwork, there is, going back hundreds of years, there are artwork examples of elephants and tubas. They just seem to go together naturally. I saw art of elephants playing tubas. There's one animated movie. I want to say it was Fantasia, where there's the pink elephants playing a tuba in one of the scenes.
No, that's Dumbo, because that's where the song Pink Elephants on Parade.
Okay.
Dumbo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the elephant is playing a tuba in that.
Yeah. This was the 70s where you could have animated baby elephants getting wasted.
My guess was going to be Winnie the Pooh with the heffalumps.
Deep cuts.
Yeah.
I have Dardar saying, "Thank you, Peyton. I wish I could make it out this Saturday, but it's too long of a drive. But she does wish you luck."
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Herb Simmons saying that you need to play the lottery.
Yeah. Might have to go buy a ticket later tonight. See what I can do.
What is that up to now? Is it like
almost $1 billion?
Almost $1
Oh
billion.
my goodness.
I wouldn't know what to do with that money.
I mean, I don't think I could spend all of that with the rest of my life, but I could certainly take a stab at it.
Well, yeah, speaking of winning the lottery and having so much money, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Would it be like one of your ambitions in wrestling to go and like be able to fly to Japan and train at like the dojos over there for wrestling?
Very, man. Not winning a lottery. I just got to work to make it happen. But yeah, that would be very much a dream come true. And just working with, alongside a lot of the Japan wrestling scene and studying being like one of the young boys there. That'd be an incredible experience, and just learning that style and how to just we talk about making it really feel as impactful as possible. That's what you're going to get with Japanese wrestling. So yeah, I would love to learn something like that.
Are there any other places in the United States you'd like to just attend some training sessions at that you know of?
In the United States, I mean, anywhere I can get, man. Texas, Oklahoma, Cali, anywhere that life takes me.
Oh, we have one of the boys in the chat, Bud Gallo, saying big hits.
Big hits. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of. I think that'd be fun to like be able to have enough money that you could just go like, yeah, I'm just going to try to travel to all the top wrestling schools in the country.
Yeah, because why not learn as much as you possibly can from everyone and the best in the business?
Oh, what about the Heart Dungeon?
I don't think I'd make it out alive. I still try to go and learn. Yeah, like you got to be tougher than tough and able to hang in there.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you in action this weekend. And I said, I haven't actually seen you in action in a year, because I think it's about a year ago was the last time I saw you in Ignite.
I think so, yeah. Been November time.
Yeah, I think it was November of last year.
Yeah.
Oh my, how time flies.
I know.
Oh, but yeah, so where else can people catch you in action currently?
Man, so I have a Facebook page over at just Payton Ayers. I post anywhere I'm going to be during the month, the week. Just follow that if you want to keep in touch with where I'm going to be. I also have a TikTok. I upload clips every so often of all my matches. And if you're just looking for where to catch me on just live on a weekly basis, I'm usually on SICW's YouTube page. They're live every Sunday, 8 o'clock. And yeah, plenty of places you can catch me. Just come out and let's party. Let's have a show.
So I have one final question for me to you, and it's gonna be a tough one, because I always like to know, like, up to this point in your career, what has been your most memorable match? Not your favorite match, but the one that you're just sitting there going, yeah. That one that just pops into your head because there's so many things that remind you of that match.
Oh, man. Just what's coming to mind right now, I would say probably it was a a ladder match I had in Stride Pro Wrestling. It was against Riser for the Stride Heavyweight Championship. And I just remember just going for broke in that match, just doing so much just insane stuff and just really feeding off the energy of the crowd and really just put on the show of a lifetime. I think about that match a lot and just how much fun I had with it. Unfortunately, I didn't come out as the victor, but man, I think about that match a lot and just how great it was. And just going back to, inflict as much pain as possible. You can create so much pain with a ladder, and that is a thrill for me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
You can use the weapon as a ladder.
Oh yeah. Get him put him in the sharpshooter with a ladder.
Yeah.
It's a different level of pain.
Herb Simmons saying, I encourage fans to watch this young man. The future is his.
Thank you.
I agree, Herb. Oh, man. Going back to the ladder match, I've photographed. I've been able to photograph 4 ladder matches. And each time it's kind of terrifying for me. Because a ladder doesn't have a brain. A ladder doesn't understand that you want it to be in a place and do something or not do something. The ladder is just going to do what the ladder wants to do. And if the ladder just wants to fall over and smack somebody, it's going to do that.
Yeah. It's part of the fun.
I don't know if that's fun.
I mean, it'd be fun to watch for me. But
was that a scary experience for you though? Your first ladder match?
It was, just because I didn't know how it would feel, and it hurt. I got smacked around with the ladder myself, and I talked about getting put in a sharpshooter, but I was put in an ankle lock with the ladder around my leg, and it was probably the worst hold I've ever been in. And then I just remember the match ending. I ended up getting cracked with the title, ended up taking a nasty fall off of the ladder into the crowd. Not into the crowd, but like onto the apron. Yeah, it was brutal. It was a rough time.
Yeah.
But thrilling.
They usually are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was, at the last NGW, a 3 stages of hell match, and the last stage was a ladder match.
Yeah.
And Ricky Cruz and Playboy Double H just kind of tore the house down with it.
Yeah.
They, as I said when I was sitting there, they were not using that ladder as the manufacturer intended.
Yeah. Yeah, we were voiding warranties left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Somebody should have called OSHA.
Nah, no need to OSHA involved. No.
This is pro wrestling. Safety? Bah.
Guido, did you have any other questions for Payton before he takes off?
No, all I can say is wish you the best of luck. Hope you have a great show this Saturday, and look forward to seeing how your career progresses.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, and I wish you the best of luck in your match, and I'm gonna try to get as many great shots of you as I can, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, but thank you for joining us, and we will see you on Saturday.
See you Saturday.
I'm excited for Saturday, Guido.
No, I don't blame you there, camera guy. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a heck of a night of action in Chester.
It should be. I mean, I wish you could make it down, but anybody else, if you can make it, get your tickets. Go see Midwest Throwdown Total Obliteration this Saturday the 15th, Chester, Illinois, VFW Hall. Front row tickets, $18. General admission, $10. And so I've got this post up right now. They have a family throwdown package. Buy 3 front row tickets and get 1 free. They also have a tag team special, general admission of buy 1, get 1 free.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds pretty darn awesome.
You need to get in your car and come down, Guido.
Well, like I said, unfortunately, I am otherwise engaged.
Oh. Yeah, you're going to be missing a heck of a show, but...
I know, but I will be also be at a heck of a show, so...
You know, that's the great thing about independent wrestling in the area. There's a show somewhere every weekend. If you're close, you can probably find a show that you can get to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will be at I'll be in Granite City for IEW Thanks Beating 2. Huge lineup. But yeah, like I said, all the great wrestling in the area. I mean, the St. Louis area has always been a hotbed of independent pro wrestling.
Well, you know, it's just been a hotbed of wrestling forever. I mean, if you look back in the history of it and you read interviews from the big names who were traveling in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, the number 1 market back then was, you know, the New York market. Number 2 market, St. Louis.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
wrestling at the Chase, Kiel Center.
You know,
St. Louis area just it's full of history for wrestling.
I mean, exactly. With the luminaries such as, you know, Sam Mushnick, Harley Race, you know, Ric Flair, Terry Funk, Luthez coming down. You know, it's, you know, like I said, it's, if that area, you know, this area has always been a hotbed for pro wrestling, and it shows no signs of slowing down.
I wholeheartly agree, and you know, I'm lucky to be a part of it. You're lucky to be a part of it, Guido, our guest tonight, Payton. Everybody who's involved in the wrestling scene around is just lucky and honored to be able to be a part of it.
I mean, exactly right. I mean, right now we're in a boom,
Yes,
like industry wide. You know, we've got the popularity, the rising tide, lifting all boats, and you know, us here in St. Louis area are no exception.
But I want to thank you for joining me here, Guido. I want to thank Payton for coming on here as our guest. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. I also want to say a special thank you to our sponsors, Nick's Home Decor, Bi-State Termite and Pest Control, Needful Things Boutique in Muscoda, Illinois, the Ringside Buffet in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and ATS Collectibles in Smithton, Illinois. And I want, man, yeah. And I know I mentioned this last week. I'm gonna mention it again. If you're out in the Mount Vernon area, the Ringside Buffet will be open for Thanksgiving meal this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, and any other time of the year if you're in Mount Vernon.
Oh yeah, anytime you're in Mount Vernon, you just swing by the Ringside Buffet, especially if you're on your way out to an IEW or an IWA show.
You know, either or.
But I said, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Make sure you give us a top rope elbow drop on that like button, share, subscribe, all that jazz. We will see you this weekend down at Midwest Throwdown Total Obliteration in Chester. And we will see you here next week, same time as always.